Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing a product by a brand that I've never purchased anything from. I've never tried any of the items before, not because I wasn't interested. It's just I just never did it because I'm not a big liquid lipstick wearer, and although the eyeshadow palettes that have come out by this YouTuber are beautiful, I'm a neutral gal as much as he hates that. He doesn't like the neutral colors. He likes more fun and vibrant alien-like colors, as he says. But I'm talking about the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer, and I also got the concealer, I got the color corrector, and I got the color beige in his powder. So let's open up the item. I must say that the packaging on this is absolutely stunning. It's very like holographic. Well, I'm not sure if that's picking up, but it is beautiful. First we have peach, which I always open things from the bottom, especially with this item because it has that star on top. If I can get it out of here. Let's get this out. There we go. It is, the packaging itself is very sturdy. This little star on here is very sturdy. It's not going anywhere unless you like, I guess, really bang it on something. But the packaging is beautiful. I'm very impressed by it. And then I also got my concealer in C8, which I believe is light medium with olive tones. I'm not sure if I got the right color. This looks very, I mean, it's olive, but I don't know if it's gonna be the right color for me. It looks very light. I don't know, but we're gonna try it out. I also got the beige translucent, or beige powders, not translucent, which this is just, it's beautiful. It's going to look very pretty setting out. A little bit about the concealers and the color correctors. Absolutely no scent to it. There's 0 scent, which is very nice because I don't want fragrance or anything super close to my eyes in like a creamy liquid form. But there's no smell. The applicator is very unique. It is, let me put this down here. There we go. So it has a very pointy top, and it has that opening there, like a little well that supposedly is going to hold the product. So I'm going to go in with the peach first, just a little bit. I only have on my foundation, so we're going to go in with this little peachy guy here and do some color correcting. I'm going to go very lightly, and I'm going to use a beauty blender. Now it says with the powders that you can bake the under eye. I am not a baker. I don't like to bake. I think it makes my eyes look crepey because my under eye tends to be very dry, and I just feel like it exaggerates the dryness. I will say that this light peach color corrector, it blends out like a dream, like very easy. That is beautiful. Let me put this back in here. I did both eyes without having to dip into anything again. But looking, it is beautiful. Like, I almost kind of feel like I don't necessarily need the concealer on top, but let's give it a go. And then I will also do check-ins. We're going to be going out this evening, and then later on in the night I'll do a check-in so you can see kind of how it stands up throughout the evening when I'm doing things. So let's try the C8. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I got the right color. I can swatch this. I'm kind of all over the place. You guys could probably see the peachy color on my eyes when I applied it, but I'll put the peachy color on my hand as well as the C8. Okay, there we go. So here's the peach color, and there's the C8. I don't know about that C8, guys. I'm not sure. I'm kind of scared. I might have to end up redoing my makeup. Oh well. At least we haven't really dug into it quite yet. So let's do this, guys. I know you don't have to go dip back in, but just for the sake of trying to hold a mirror. Oh yeah, I don't want to. I'm gonna take this up on my eye as a primer as well. It blends like a dream. I will say that. Very easy to blend. Cause it has an interesting texture to it. Like it's very opaque, very full coverage. It's light but not super uber light. Okay, so that actually doesn't look, well, this lighting anyway, that bad. It gives a very like uplifting brightening effect because this has the concealer and this just has the peachy color, and this kind of looks like I'm dragging down, and this eyelet's very lifted because it has that lighter tone, lighter tone to it. Okay guys, this might not be so scary after all. So I wasn't quite sure what tone to get. I know I have olive tones in my skin obviously, but it's like I'm definitely not fair. So I thought like the fair medium, I think is what it was, would be a good shade to go with. Let me scoot here. I typically always do my concealer with a beauty blender. That's pretty much all I use the beauty blender for, is concealer. I don't really use it much anymore for my foundation ever since I got my Clarisonic. That is just, in my opinion, the easiest way to go. Okay, so let's, now that we got that on the eye, like by golly, I think it's gonna work. So let's play some more. Let's do a little bit more. Let's open her up. I'm gonna take some down right here. Got something black on my face. There we go. Take it down the center of the nose. Try to make that as straight as possible. Hit the cupid's bow. Middle of the chin. About. Let's get somewhere around our nose too. Okay. So I did all that with one swipe, like one dip. So that's pretty impressive. So let's get this going, guys. Like I said, I've never used any of his, this is, like I said, Jeffree Star's products. I'm actually quite impressed, I must say, at this point in time where we're at with this. This is the first time I've ever put it on my face. You see me take it out of the containers, like, because I've watched several reviews about the concealer, and I just thought, like, he kind of has like a cult following at this point. I think like you either love him or you hate him type of mentality, and a lot of people have been like going for him, which then you have your diehard fans and then they're reviewing products, and I feel like if you're a fan, like even if an item stinks, you're still gonna love it because one of the people that you look up to or admire or, you know, draw inspiration from created it. So you guys, that is really cool. Like I like it, and this is the first time I've ever been able to draw from like concealers that has olive as an undertone. Usually when I go to the makeup counter, they try to put me in a neutral color. Let me actually grab one of my other concealers that is more of a neutral tone, and we'll compare it next to this concealer so you can kind of see that an olive skin tone is not neutral by any means. So one moment, I'll be right back. All right guys, so I have my Bobbi Brown concealer here, and this is in the color beige. So we'll do that one next. I'm gonna go above. Okay. So this is beige. It's on top. You see how like that's not focusing. Okay, so here is beige and here is the C8. Completely different tones. And then I also have the Shape Tape, the light neutral. And I will say, I do love this big, huge applicator. There's light neutral. See how much of a difference in the tone? This is very warm, like orangey almost when you compare it to this. And then of course here's your peach. So here's the Peach Corrector by Jeffree Starr, the Jeffree Starr C8, Bobbi Brown Beige, in Shape Tape, what was that? Light neutral. Look how different those tones are. And usually when I go to the makeup counters, I'm put into these type of colors for my under eye. But I'm olive. Like, it's amazing. Like, you don't think it's a big deal because that's just what we're used to, us olive skin girls, and even other skin tones. Like, even with the Fairest of Fair, that's one thing I wanted to give him a round of applause on, was he has a very good range. I think there's 30 colors in this range. Here's a little card that I came with. But he has very fair shades. I mean, he even has a white concealer, guys. White. So if you're the Fairest of Fair and you want a lightening effect under your eyes, you don't have anywhere to go. You have no wiggle room. So I was really like shocked. Well, I shouldn't be shocked because he is very well-rounded when he knows what he wants and when he's creating something, which is really cool. But the Fairest of Fair has a white concealer that can give them the highlight that they want under the eyes to get that uplifted look, and then they can add a little bit of pigment to it if it's too stark, obviously. And then he went very deep in his shade range as well. In his video, I think he said he was going to be introducing even more shades, which I think is amazing. I think it is great. I admire that and what he does with all of his products, like even his lip lines. Like, he has, I think, almost everybody covered, whether you're a neutral gal or you want bright purples and blues and greens and silvers and blacks. He has you covered, which I think is great. So enough ranting on that. Let's move into the powder, but I forgot my brush. One moment. All right, now we're back. I got my brush. I don't typically like to put powder on with a beauty blender because I feel like my face holds onto the powder and I can get kind of crepey. But let's see how this goes. So this packaging is beautiful. I love pink and it is beautiful. Both items are $22. And I like that it has this turn so you can open it and shut it so you don't waste powder. Also, I greatly appreciate this little tab here, because if you're a girl with nails or a guy with nails, it is so easy to get. I don't know how much time I have spent trying to dig and get the protectant, like sealant, out of there. Oh gosh. Okay, so it does have a very little scent. Everybody was talking about it. It does smell like cotton candy. Cotton candy and waffle cones for sure. I definitely get that. All right, so sprinkle a little bit on. And I got the color beige because, like I said, that's what I'm used to getting. And I am going to use the mirror opposed to trying to use the camera and lightly dust this where I put the concealer on my forehead into my T-zone. Now he said in his video you can use the concealer as a primer for your eyes, but he suggested not going over it with a powder because you want it to kind of stay a little tacky, and it gets like, it has a little tackiness but not sticky icky. But I have a better time blending when I already have like a powder on top. So this smells really yummy. I'm not gonna lie. It's very light, very subtle. It's not gonna, I don't think it would aggravate you if you're very sensitive to scents, but I do. I do like the fragrance of it. It's very light. It makes you want something sweet, which I have a huge sweet tooth. So this is like the perfect color I feel like for me. And since it is a beige, it is gonna kind of warm this up a little bit, which I kind of wanted it to do. And this is actually a brush from Sephora. It's the Pro Contour Blush Contour number 74, but I like to use it for under my eyes. I will also blend out concealer with this brushes, just because they say they're for one thing does not mean they need to be only used for that. You can use your brushes in your makeup any way you want to, and I'm not picking up any more product, obviously. I'm just blending everything in. I look kind of ghostly right now because I don't have any warmth to my skin. So I'm just going to take the rest that's in this lid, just so I don't waste it. And let's just bring it down the neck. Make sure I get my ears. Your brush kind of smells like it even after the product's gone. All right. Guys, I'm shook up. I'm gonna go ahead and close this. I hate when there's powder in there, so I do waste a little bit, but it'll be okay. All right, so scoot in here. It's doesn't feel heavy. It's very, very light. My eyes, I mean, it's good. My under eyes are very dry and everything creases on me. You always will see my fine lines, always. But this is not exaggerating it at all. They look like, my under eyes look like they do when I don't have any makeup on, when it's just moisturizer. So that tells me that it's not exaggerating my lines. It's just basically them in their natural state, just with a little color correction. So I am gonna blend over my eyes a little bit more. I don't know why. I always get a lot of product buildup in the center here, so I think that's why I just go over it a lot. Yeah, guys, I really like it. I am actually quite shocked, especially when I saw that out the gate. I did not think it was gonna work. So there it is, the C8. I was actually quite scared when I got it out of the container, because it looks very, compared to my other, this is what I had to compare it to. These colors right here. When you compare it to those, you're like, that's not gonna work, because it looks completely different. This one looks very warm. This, I don't even know how to describe compared to this. It just looks very gray, is what I think when you see it in person. It looks very gray compared to the other two. But I'm so glad that I didn't just like scrap this idea about reviewing this and thinking like, ah, it's not gonna work. I'm digging it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting ready for this evening. Okay guys, so it's a little bit late. It's where's my phone? Can you see that? It is 2:43 in the morning. So it has been about 14 hours since I put this on, and it's concealer's there. Didn't break up. We went out. There is a night of dancing. I got a little sweaty, and it's still holding up. It still looks good. So I am pleasantly surprised with this purchase. So yeah, have a great night.